dropping it like it's hot. Welcome to There Is a Better Podcast. Okay. The show about everything.
Thanks for tuning in.
And
What was
nothing.
she saying? She was saying that she was going to do this show completely perfect, right?
Yeah.
That's what
she
was
said
saying.
no stumbles.
So
I haven't heard anything yet.
The pressure is on her now.
I have not heard any stumbles yet.
Not
so
one.
far, flawless.
Nope.
The
Perfect.
dismount.
Flawless. My
Perfect.
being flawless.
It's a
So the show about
running up to the board,
yeah, everything and
getting onto the
nothing
board
all
now.
at once. With the goal
hitting
of
the
bringing
horse,
a little humor
flipping
to your
over,
day. Like
doing
us,
the motions.
love us, or hate us.
We're proof.
We're proof that there
is
is a better podcast. I encourage you to go find it. Okay. Today, across from me is,
D-Lo.
and to my rickety right,
Tony.
there we go. And I'm
Ton
Sarah.
Y.
Ton Y.
Why? Why not?
Why not?
Because
Why don't you send
Hey,
us an email?
Have you been around him when he introduces himself to somebody new?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
And
know
he does the
exactly what he
whole
says.
Toe, knee.
Yep. Mhm.
Points to his toe and then his
Points
knee.
to his knee. Yep.
I will mention, you forgot to mention who the hell you were.
I said Sarah.
she did say Sarah.
Oh,
did.
sorry.
He was not making eye contact at that moment. It's fine.
You're right, I wasn't.
Okay. If you want to email us, you can do that at Tony.
There's a better podcast at gmail.com.
Oh, I thought she was saying you could do that at Tony.
At Tony.
Yeah,
right.
you can just email Tony.
Just at Tony.
Just throw your emails at Tony. We'll catch him.
And
Like bananas.
on the Twitter at.
There is a better, the number one.
My
Yes.
God, you sound so out of it right
Nailed
now.
it.
That
Have you-
did not.
have you-
There is.
do you know computers?
A better, the number one.
Yeah, it's still.
And in case you didn't catch that the first two times,
So
there
on the
is
Instagram,
a better,
there is a
the
better
number
podcast. They're really trying to
one.
steal the show from me already.
What a bunch of
What a
commie
bunch of
hacks.
dudes.
Bastards.
Okay, so today we're going to visit the Urban Dictionary. I'm going to quiz Tony and D'Lo on a This Day in History.
Ooh, I like history, except that I failed at it. So I love history.
Well, this
I'm
is
gonna
going
try
to
it
be
again.
fantastic.
Right in the wheelhouse.
We're going to cover a little bit of Are You Not Entertained?
A little
I
bit.
will work on the better recommendation, and we'll have some exciting news to share.
Sure.
But first, we're going to visit our wordcabulary corner.
What is it?
It's a
What is it?
wordcabulary
I'm excited.
corner.
What is it?
Do we have a
What's the
definition of the word? Do we want to put that out first or just go right into the word?
Just
Go
do
to-
the
go
word.
to the word.
All right.
Today's episode.
Ebullient.
Today's word is
Ebullient.
Ebullient?
Ebullient.
a bouillon cube.
Did I say it right?
Ebullient.
Sounds right.
Ebullient?
Ebullient.
Tony, can you read
Ebullient.
that description
What does
for
it
us,
mean?
please?
It is cheerful and full of energy.
Yes. Yes. Which is what we're doing here today. Ha-ha.
There's also a second definition of that.
Boo. Okay, what is it?
Ebullient.
Of liquid or matter,
That's not what we're working on. Go.
boiling or agitated as if boiling.
Really?
I see bubbling up like a boiling liquid.
Yeah, that's an archaic term according
I don't know
to
what that
the
means.
Oxford Dictionary.
No, I
Ebullient.
just lost my-
Ebullient.
Ebullient.
So, what was it? Happy?
So let's do the
Cheerful
what's the
and
first
full of energy.
Full
She
of energy.
sounded ebullient and happy.
Ebullient.
Ebullient.
Ebullient. A
So that's what we're gonna
big
do
ball of bullient.
Ebullient.
Here, have a big ball of bullient for you.
So I want to get into the better recommendation, but I kind of want to cover maybe a little bit of while you were away.
Oh,
if,
okay.
If
Yeah,
Tony
what
wants to
happened
leap
while
a
we
little
were
bit.
going on?
This
so,
is a Tony thing, I think.
well, I'd like to. I guess it's more of a. I just want to get this off my chest because it's kind of a weird thing that happened here.
Because you want to brag about this?
Well, so I went to the store, and every so often your dentist recommends to replace your toothbrush every 3 months? I think it is. Every 3 months.
Or 3,000 miles.
Or 3,000 miles. Cover it in oil. Throw it down a flight of stairs.
At least change the oil.
And unless it's a Toyota, then you don't. It's like 5,000 miles.
Or you're
Yeah,
in a
you can go
date
quite a
and you
bit
don't
longer.
want to change the oil and it just breaks down because you don't change the oil for 2 years.
if you're brushing with a
And then
van.
Don't know
seize
how-
your engine. Okay.
I don't know how many episodes back that was, but check back.
Yeah, it was a couple episodes, but
43.
so
Episode 43.
was it 43?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, you probably was it the Valentine's Day episode? That's what
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
that's right.
Because we were talking about like shitty dates.
42. That's episode
Was it
42.
42? Okay. So recently, I bought a toothbrush, and it's one of those toothbrushes that have like multiple different types of bristles on it. It's supposed to be like, the rubber outside bristles that's supposed to stimulate your gums and, really make your teeth and your gums more healthy, right? That's what
I like
it's
the
all
fact that you
about.
said stimulate. I'm good.
And all
I'm still on board.
Stimulate and
the goal.
titillate. And on the back end of it, it has like little bumps and little ridges, and that's supposed to like help with, cleaning your cheeks and the roof of your mouth and your tongue. But the rubber outside and the rubber backing is so thick, it makes me feel like I'm brushing with a goddamn Merrell shoe. And you know what I'm talking about, those thick-ass Merrell hiking shoes with those soles that last forever.
So do you feel like your enamel's just being stripped away? Like it's too aggressive?
It's too,
I mean, do we want to mention the brand or not?
it's a store brand. I'm cheap. Come on.
Oh,
now.
okay.
It's a store brand.
Yeah, I never understood that.
It's not Oral-B. It's not anything else. It's just I'm getting a lot of
in any
text
case.
here. At any rate, or
Is it battery or is it the kind that has a stand that plugs in to charge?
no, I don't use vibrators for my mouth. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. We talked about that off mic a little bit, and apparently you're a fan of those.
So you're a fan of electric toothbrushes?
When did you start using an electric toothbrush? Because I
I've-
can't stand them.
Yeah, I've had electric toothbrush for probably about 3 years now. And I had a different brand that I bought initially because the Oral-B was so expensive.
Yeah.
I went to like Groupon and I got my first one. It was like $30.
You're brushing with a Groupon toothbrush?
It was Oral-B though. It was an Oral-B
okay,
toothbrush
so
and it was like
legitimate.
$30.
Are you sure? Now, are you sure that when you got it, it didn't say like AURAL BEE Oral B
or hyphen C
Right.
Oral C.
Oral C
Right.
cancer?
No, it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, it worked out fine. It kind of died after about a year, and so I replaced it with another one because I did actually really like it. And I do know which one you're talking about. It's the head that has the piece of plastic in it. It's supposed to remove tartar. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, it's got that, and it's got like it, but it also has like rubber on the outside. But like the little rubber gummy parts that are on the backside of the toothbrush are so fucking big.
It's got the ridges, so you're like for your tongue, right?
Well, it's got the
So you
ridges.
brush your tongue.
I don't know exactly how to like
Yeah, I don't-
explain this very well without showing you the toothbrush.
Which wouldn't work anyway.
It wouldn't work, as an audio medium, but it has like it has the ridges on the backside, and it also has again like the rubber bristles on the outside of the toothbrush. For some reason, the rubber grommet or whatever you want to call it overlaps on the back end and like almost cascades over the backside of the toothbrush. So they're like sticking out. These little rubber pieces are sticking out of the backside of the toothbrush by like mere, like a 64th or a 32nd of an inch. It's not much, but it's a lot when you're working in tight spaces. And it feels like I'm brushing with a goddamn shoe.
Okay,
like the sole of a shoe is in my mouth.
In essence,
So-
Tony is recommending not to buy an overly engineered
Store brand.
store brand toothbrush.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I recommend not buying an electric one because I agree with Tony. I don't know what having a vibrator in my mouth is like other than that, but that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I only did it one time, and it was because I was spending the night at my girlfriend's house. I forgot my toothbrush. She had an electric toothbrush.
And it's a weird experience, right?
It was.
Yeah.
So
It's not the oral experience he was looking for that night.
It was not. Maybe what she was looking for, but it didn't
She
work
likes
for
a
me.
clean surface.
But I after that
Not ridged for
I
her
would
pleasure.
go over there
Right.
and then just use the toothbrush part of the thing and just brush my teeth that way.
Great. Yeah.
So again,
Anyway.
in essence,
So yeah,
it did not make your mouth
I mean,
ebullient.
it feels.
Did I say it right?
It feels.
Ebullient.
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 Sorry, a bull.
Oh yeah.
You
Ebullient.
did not get a cheerful.
I mean, it feels clean. It's fine. It's just a lot to work with in such a tight space, especially when it gets like toward the back.
So you're
of
saying your mouth is a tight
molars.
space,
It sounds like
Oh,
the
you
head
know
is
it,
too
baby.
big. That's what she said.
and that's why he doesn't use the vibrator.
That's what she said.
So the question is, are you going to go back to regular manual toothbrush? Are you just going to go and find
Wait.
a manual toothbrush now that you're not having this
No,
great
I'm misunderst-
experience?
You're calling it a manual toothbrush. Aren't
Well, you're
all-
doing it by hand. but
Yeah.
the other one is electric.
Well, I don't
Well,
use.
he's not
I've never
using
used electric toothbrushes. I don't like electric toothbrushes.
Oh,
I shouldn't
I'm
say I
sorry.
don't
Was I
like it. I've never
mistaken?
used one.
Yeah,
before,
you are.
so I don't-
He
I
just
can't say
bought
I
an
don't.
overly engineered toothbrush that has way too many options.
It's got
for
a.
him.
It's a hand crank toothbrush. where you have to-
It's just too many options.
Okay.
It's like starting an Edsel. I don't know what the hell that means.
I don't know
All
either.
right, so we don't recommend that, but
I guess not. Okay. So what we do recommend is we're coming up on 1 year of we're coming up on a podiversary. Is that correct? Tony is the OG
Did you just
podiversary.
call it a pot?
I like that.
I think you called it a
I
pot-aversary.
heard
I said
podiversary, but
podiversary.
yeah,
I'm all about the pot-aversary.
Well, I bet you are.
And in fact, I think we might want to take that in and make that part of our
Oh my god, that's a
podiversary.
great idea for the podiversary. We're doing some maybe I was going to say it's gummies.
It is
but-
legal here in
It
the
is
state,
legal here in the
so
state.
yeah, we're good.
Oh my god, what a great
So-
idea!
What a great
I'm bringing the
idea.
gummies.
Podiversary.
All
I'm
right.
bringing the gummies.
So for the
Now I know what
podiversary is
happens.
coming up. Tony's the OG, so it was in March of last year. Yes.
Seriously, if you ask me what date it was, I could
Oh
not
no,
tell
I
you.
just said the month.
I think it's March. It might be
All
toward
right.
the end of March.
Okay.
Okay, so coming up,
Pot-aversary, sort of.
podiversary. And then
Potiversary.
D'Lo's committed to this pot-aversary.
Damn straight I am,
And my
baby.
microphone just fell.
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah. So for we were thinking maybe for the better recommendation, we get some feedback on podcasts that everybody that our listeners are listening to.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
And-
maybe
we
give
don't-
us some suggestions because we have a pretty broad range of topics that I think are interested
Right.
in listening to. So pretty open.
And we never, ever want to beg for feedback, but please give us feedback.
Please.
It's like the Hurley Heat boy
the
from Saturday Night
potiversary.
Like,
Before the,
let the man shovel your driveway. We'll walk your dog.
Please. Yeah. Okay. Love your feedback too. Absolutely. Do that. And we know there is a better podcast. That's the whole name of this thing, right? There is a better podcast. So tell us what those are.
And
We
if
want to
we-
hear what you're listening to. Want to hear what because you know what? If there's an Urban Dictionary word for a
Podiversary?
fear of running out of podcasts to listen to,
We might have
I
to
think
come up
I
with
need
that.
to invent that word because
think you
that
should.
is
Would
a
be.
fear for me. I listen to a lot of podcasts and I have
and,
fear of running out of content.
and on
honestly.
that notion,
Yeah.
we've shared it before. I don't listen to podcasts. I don't even listen to ours.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to
Here-
turn. I'm going to
So-
shut your
here's-
headphones
here's
off.
the deal. No, so this would be cool. Somebody give me
I just shut Dino's headphones off.
His head off.
somebody
Shut his
give
head
me
off.
a podcast that I would actually like to hear.
I would love for
Because I have tried. You guys know I've tried.
Yeah.
Tried to get into podcasts.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because my whole life actually revolves around podcasts.
Yes,
and there's
it
so many
does.
that are around because I know you're a big music person.
Yes.
There's a lot of
Oh,
good
yeah.
podcasts that are around like the history of music. I heard one that was all around the history of like albums that came out in 1991.
Right.
It was super awesome. I really dug it. And it really kind of, they spent the whole hour just talking about what was happening that came, up to that point in time to where they had all these albums released in 1991. This whole year of just like groundbreaking albums, which was like Nirvana, and we talked about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but also like Soundgarden, and I think there was one more album they touched on. But it was just like this
was Pearl
groundbreaking
Jam.
year, and it
Pearl Jam,
was,
right?
I think it was Pearl Jam, and
That would make sense.
so there are a lot of music focused ones, but I like kind of that history one too. I thought maybe that would be a vibe you'd be into.
History music sounds awesome.
History. Did you already get to the things we're kind of looking for?
So for me, I'll talk a little bit. I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, but I also like comedy, and there's a weird space where those two exist.
Ebullient.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything bad about the people that were involved with any crimes against them, but they just cover kind of long form documentary series. So they cover like the Jinx and McMillions and Lula Rich, which is about like a multi-level marketing scheme, which is like leggings, and just how these people made millions of dollars off these women that were trying to sell leggings, and
So-
they ended up smelling like dead farts leggings
Oh,
sometimes. Yeah, it was the worst. It was the worst.
Wait. You
I'm
just said
interested in this
dead
now.
farts.
Yeah.
That makes no
Dead fart
sense.
leggings. Yeah.
I mean,
I-
it's,
There's
it's
like-
a
I love
dead.
it.
There's
it's
like
a,
hamburger
yeah, but it's
prints
dead
on
and
the-
it's fart together.
there's
Aren't they kind of just
hamburger-
like dead automatically?
Hamburger
Well,
dead.
I mean, are
hamburger
farts
fart
alive?
leggings. I
Are
don't know.
farts alive?
I could
don't know.
only
I
imagine.
just want to know: are farts alive?
I don't know.
I can only
Anyway,
imagine that a
I
dead fart would
apologize
smell
for
worse than
saying
a
it
fart
already.
that was coming out of
I
somebody
would-
who was alive.
I would-
So the leggings sat out in the
Okay.
sunshine,
Yeah, okay.
and
All
they
right,
got
I'm with you.
mildewy and they rotted,
It makes
and then
sense
they
now.
mailed them to these women
That
to
is
sell.
disgusting.
And so they smelled like they were rotting, and they were covered
No,
in
like
this
dead
liquid.
farts.
The dead
Say
farts.
say
just
it. Say what it
nasty.
is.
Covered in liquid. Anyway, so yeah, True Crime Obsessed is the one that I listen to. I've listened to all of it. I've binged all of it. A Date with Dateline, all of those. Tony, I know you like the May I Elaborate?
Yes, I like it. I like it to funny.
And Conan Needs a Friend. I think that's the one that we have listened to.
Conan O'Brien needs a friend. Yep. And also, what other podcasts do I listen to that are comedy-ish?
Or anything. Just anything that you listen to.
Anything that I listen to.
But yeah,
if I'll
go
go
for it.
Go ahead.
The Murder Squad. I just wanted to give a shout out to the Murder Squad. I listened to the Murder Squad. That one's, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would post,
You didn't mention
recommendations.
mine. I mean,
Oh.
I would be down with what you listed here. You did pretty good without actually like asking me, so that was good. Positivity, meditating, but you actually identified probably ones that I would be even more interested in. Music, definitely music, and history as well. So yeah.
Aw, we found
It's a
a
little too
sweet
historical.
spot. We found a sweet spot.
it's a little historical.
Now,
Why is this taking so fucking long?
I'm not sure.
Now-
That's
Oh my
a
God.
long.
now that
That's
you
a
went
really
through all that, so again, we're
Yeah,
looking
so
for better
we-
recommendations from other people, from our listeners. We shut
This
that.
just keeps going.
It sure did.
And it keeps going after he unplugs it.
Oh my gosh, it's the
Okay,
song
So
I never.
Sarah's
to
better
joy.
recommendation today is that we are looking for your recommendations, podcast recommendations.
We want to hear what you are listening to. Again, I have a fear of running out of podcasts.
my
This is a
God.
real fear. So please share.
Anxiety?
It's not an anxiety. It's
It's
like
actual
a fear.
fear.
Yeah, it's like a fear.
Okay.
So I want to hear what you're listening to, and I think what we should do is
Wait. Can I do this next part?
Oh, yeah, do it.
No,
Do it,
can
do
I
it.
throw it at you?
Oh,
You
yeah.
ready? Yeah, I'm going to toss it over to you. You ready?
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me try it again. Let me try
okay
it
from the
again.
top.
All right. So if we happen to pick your lovely recommendation, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah's about to tell you what you'll win.
You'll win
She's trying to get it.
our There's a Better Podcast sticker. Woo!
Yay!
All right, that was completely unrehearsed, but yeah, we got the point across. Yeah, with our high budgeted podcast,
Yeah.
you could win yourself your very own There's a Better Podcast sticker. Very exciting.
I think I
And
actually
yes,
have the
when
acronym
you
wrong.
get it in the mail, you will say,
I thought it was going to be.
Oh, was it that you were looking for?
That was the
Yeah,
one I
it
was looking
was,
for.
yeah.
Or were you
Or
looking
the
for
other
this
one.
one?
You ugly, and you're
And-
ugly, and your mother ugly, and your sister ugly. You just plain old ugly.
ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out by now, Tony does
Tony
not play
has the
nice at
soundboard.
all.
I don't.
Tony has the soundboard.
Yeah,
Okay, so
there's that too.
I'm really hoping that you'll post some things. I want to learn what other listeners are listening to. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Show us what you
But
got.
again, we are not
Show
us
me
what
what you got.
we are not going to beg for your feedback, but please do it.
And if you do,
And
You
if
might.
you do,
and if you do,
and if you
You'll win
do,
you'll win yourself a
might
very
get
own,
into
your
it.
very own
There
is a better podcast sticker or Screwball peanut butter whiskey,
oh God.
I'm keeping it for myself.
Yep.
which we will drink in your honor.
There we go. There you go.
So you win the Screwball peanut butter whiskey, but we drink it. That's the way it works.
Everybody wins.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yay.
We'll do that on the podcast too.
The podcast.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, the podcast.
Okay, are you guys ready to get quizzical?
I don't know, but I am so inspired to do this podcast now.
The podcast. He's already like his brain is shifted. He's like going to go write a script for that anniversary show. It's time.
Yes, let's get quizzed.
All right.
Let's
Do you need any music or any background for this?
Oh, yeah. Can you play me something we're not going to get hit
quizzical.
for? That's it. Let's get into
quizzical. Let me hear your brain talk.
Okay.
You're just making stuff up.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do this on this. There we go.
I got it.
On this day in history.
You got it? All right.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 clues.
Blues Clues?
No, regular color clues.
Oh, okay.
There's no color to these clues. They're just clues.
They're just clueless.
Do they need to be color coded? They're point assigned. The
The
more clues you need, the less points you get.
Okay.
The more clues you need, the less.
So
Clues
0
you get.
clues equals like 5 points?
Yes. On the first, well, not a 0 clue. Jeez. If I get,
Well,
if
I
you
mean, if
guess
you
it
get
on the first clue,
clue.
it's 5. If
Okay.
you guess it on the second clue,
It's-
3.
Okay.
If you guess it on the last clue, you get 1.
Oh. So you.
1.
All right.
And again, this is on this day in history. The date we're using, because it's
It's what came up.
I'm.
what? Are we sleepy time? Did I just bore
Let's
you?
move ahead.
Did I bore you? Am I
we-
boring you?
Here, do you want? Here.
Wait.
Not louder. I did not want that louder.
Okay.
This feels like a. It feels like I'm like in the
Riding
Walking.
through a meadow.
Again,
I was thinking like
you
in The
know it-
Walking Dead meets like some sort of like Napa Valley like tour or through
I
like
thought I
the
was going
grape
through a meadow.
vineyards or something like that.
On like maybe a horse
I had
or
no
something.
prep time on this, so you know.
It's okay.
How about that?
Oh, that's exciting. That's a little more.
I just
thrilling.
looked up history royalty free.
I like it.
A little Game of
I like
Thronesy,
it.
but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go with it.
Well, no, it's okay.
You know what? Actually, the picture
I like
is very Game of Thrones.
Oh, was it?
Tony knows nothing about that series.
He watched
It's
a
too
little.
bad
he
my
watched,
whole
he
quiz
watched a
is
little. He
based
watched-
on
watched
shows
a
you
little.
don't watch.
All right, well, this is gonna be
Sorry.
great.
Isn't it
All right.
though? Okay, so the first clue
Yes.
is this was invented in 1876 by a Scottish-born teacher
And this is this day in history.
on this day. And the episode drops March 7th. So
March
it's
7th.
on this day, March
this day.
7th.
Do we buzz in with our name?
Yes, use your
Okay.
name.
Oh, can I get it again? Hit
One
me
more
up
time.
with the clip.
Yes,
or the,
on
the-
this day. This was invented in 1876 by a
Are you gonna guess or
Scottish-born
no?
Tony.
teacher.
Are you guessing?
I'm guessing.
Tony.
Tony.
Okay.
Scotch whiskey.
That's a delicious and wrong
No!
answer. I don't have a buzzer.
God
I
damn
am.
it.
I am gonna guess golf.
Ooh,
Bummer.
you were wrong.
No.
So no 5 points. Moving down to 3 points.
Okay.
It was invented in Boston with the help of Thomas A. Watson.
Tony.
Telephone.
Tony.
Oh, sorry.
Tony.
Telephone.
It was the telephone.
Hey!
Wait, does that count? Even though I just like
You
said it?
didn't.
You have to
you
say
didn't
your-
say your name.
The rules
I
were
just told you guys.
established.
that
I
you have
told
to
you guys
use your
before.
name.
Tony established the rules to
can't
say, do
stand
I
doing
want
that.
it?
I can't stand doing that. Okay.
So you want to shout out the answer?
Nope, that's fine. That's what I do.
All right.
Nope, give it to Tony.
All right. So
Thank
Tony
you.
gets
3 points.
I'll
2
try to
points.
remember to say Bevo.
Or just go. Which
Just say
is
D.
like the way you say
D.
to Graham.
Drip.
Instagram.
Oh, that's true.
Just say it. Yeah, just say
Yeah.
Instagram.
So the first message was, Mr. Watson, come here. I need you.
Oh God.
Apparently he was a teacher of the deaf. His mother, I want to say, his mother and his wife were both deaf. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
So that Watson should not be confused with the Sherlock Holmes Watson.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, see.
Well, that was in Boston.
D-Lo.
So
Wait. Did you say correct?
yeah, but that wasn't one of my clues. He just wanted to give himself. He had to give himself some kind of
Love?
Yes.
I
I hate
self-love
you
all the
all
time.
so much.
I'm good.
restore in some way. Okay, shifting gears.
Okay.
In 1980, on this day in history,
Oh, yeah. History.
in 1987, this was the first rap album to top the U.S. charts
Tony.
and stayed for 7 weeks. Tony.
I'm gonna say it is 2 Live Crew and Nasty as They Want to Be.
No.
I hate you all so much.
That's a good guess, though, but I don't think
All right,
that
so
ever
you
made it to the
you
top.
said rock 1987.
So this was, 1987. This was the first rap album
Oh, rap.
to
I thought
top
you
the
said
U.S.
rock.
charts. Nope. And it stayed on for 7 weeks.
That would be in 1987. I'm going to say it was
1980.
Run DMC,
That is a great
fucking
guess.
7.
And it is wrong.
but I wouldn't know the particular.
Is it MC Hammer? Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
next
that
clue.
would have been 90.
3 points.
All right.
This album cover
Oh.
featured an American Airlines Boeing 727 with the band's logo on its tail.
See, I didn't even notice. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
I might
want
get
me to
it
read it
wrong.
again?
I might get it wrong.
No, you've got it. This is
Tony.
It's not hard now.
Beastie Boys, License to
Yeah.
Ill.
That is correct.
Woo!
Which I just wrote the
I
3. I wrote the 3 in the D column.
I'm going to be
instead of
honest
the
with you.
T
I am
column.
disinclined to call that a hip hop album, though. So whatever.
But
So-
didn't you say rap hip hop? But it's kind of
They
both.
categorize it as a rap album.
I am disinclined to call it a rap album,
Okay, so
but that's me personally.
this was obviously it was
Well, it's
a
not
blend
about
of
you.
Only because it's more of
rock,
a mix of
and punk.
That's it.
and they do say that. And does anybody want to get? No, you guys won't remember, but it knocked off Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet"
Thank
album
God.
from the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
from
bullshit.
the top spot.
I'm going to
Fuck
say
Bon Jovi.
bullshit.
Bullshit to which part?
Tony calling out and saying that it was good. That's a great album.
Fuck Bon Jovi.
Yeah, screw that.
I hate Bon
That's a
Jovi.
good album.
Okay,
You disgust me.
I just thought it was interesting that it knocked off Bon Jovi. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I like your child drawings on your.
Those are from my children.
Oh,
Is your
okay.
name Simon?
And
I like
know
to
my
do
new drawings. I like
Drawings?
draw all
Drawings.
day long. So come and do drawings with me.
Oh,
Are you looking at my palm?
Skipping a couple days ahead. So this is on this history or on this day in history, March 9th.
Okay, so
All
it's,
right. All right.
Wednesday.
Same week. It's Wednesday of this week. This debuted at the American International Toy Fair in New York City in 1959.
Tony.
D-Lo.
Oh, geez,
Good,
Tony.
Lego.
Eh.
Oh.
Yeah, Legos was like in the 20s, I want to say, is when it came out. Originally not even plastic.
What were they made of? Potato?
What was the
Shellac
I think it was
potatoes.
wood, actually. I think they were made of wood. I can't
No,
remember
that's
though.
called Lincoln,
Lincoln
Logs,
Logs,
sir.
It doesn't mean they Lego, like, it's not like Lincoln Logs had
But
the
Lego clicked. Like
Yeah.
they connected.
but
how did
they
it-
didn't have plastic back then, so
So
Okay,
then they,
what was your
then they
guess?
should have been invented
I can't remember
after
the
plastic.
year because we got
1959.
1959 is a toy.
You're not cheating. Are
Yes,
you?
1959 is a
I
toy.
can't read
No,
into your
I am not.
glasses.
I'm not.
trying though. No, I.
I don't cheat. I never cheat.
All right, fair
Nope,
enough.
he's not looking at anything.
All right. It's not looking at anything. Nothing.
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
no porn. No porn at all.
I don't have a guess.
Okay.
Just say something.
Okay.
Because you never
Well,
know. You could be
Legos
right.
I was thinking Legos.
Oh yeah.
So why are you giving me shit about Legos?
Because I went Legos, and then I remembered seeing a
been Lincoln
documentary
Logs.
on Legos,
It could've
and
been
going, no,
Lincoln
that was
Logs.
like in the 20s or something like that they came up.
It could have been Lincoln
Okay.
Logs.
Could have been.
I don't know. So the toy. This is clue number 2 for 3.
Okay.
The toy was sold with a black and white TV and a record player. Not like a toy version, obviously. And for $3.
A black and white TV and a
Yeah, the
record
toy
player
came with a black and white TV and a record player
in 59.
Tony.
as a toy
Teddy Ruxpin.
in
Regis.
1959.
I'd like to use a
I
lifeline.
have no fucking clue. Hold
An
on.
easy bake oven with a TV and a record player. And then they found it didn't work, so they just went to the oven.
Okay, for 1
Or
point.
the kids kept throwing the TV and the record player into the oven. It became messy.
My first lead paint test kit.
What is that like? That?
It's something you can only get in a Happy Meal at
No,
McDonald's.
no, no. It's like a. What is it? Candace Bergen and Dan Aykroyd.
Oh,
It's a bag of glass.
Bag of glass.
It's a bag of glass. What's the problem? Steady chainsaw. Steady chainsaw.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The
so.
Saturday
You don't
Night Live.
remember the Saturday Night Live?
I don't remember that one.
skit?
Oh,
my
it was like
gosh.
Dangerous Toys.
It's Consumer Reports.
Consumer Reports.
That's
Yep.
it. Classic.
Oh my God.
Okay, this toy stands 11 inches tall and was created by a woman named Ruth Handler. And the toy has a fountain of blonde hair.
Tony.
There you go.
Barbie.
There you go.
Woo!
Barbie. So apparently she came with like a little toy black and white TV and a record player.
Okay, because I was thinking like actual like usable size TV and
that's
record
why I tried to
player.
say a toy. Toy.
Yeah, I didn't think
size.
it was like a tiny.
$3. So yeah.
Yeah, you know Barbie. She has to buy her friends, and she has to buy. You have to buy her friends, and you have to buy her boyfriend.
And then
And
you
it's
buy the
worth
kid
over
the Easy Bake Oven and then throw Barbie in that.
$400 billion today. It's a global brand. She's
Really?
been through a lot. She's had some friends. They've expanded to include. I had to buy Barbie over this last holiday, and
I'm sorry.
yeah, she comes with dogs now.
Really?
Yeah, you can get pets and all kinds of things, hamsters and
Well, they finally made her more feasibly.
like
lifelike.
Yeah.
well,
ish.
less unrealistic in terms of proportion,
So-
I guess. Like her feet aren't so small that she'll fall over,
Right.
that she'll topple.
Do they have a real doll version of her that you can buy online?
I don't think it's made by Mattel.
What?
Yeah.
I think we had to do an episode on that sometime, like toys.
Toys.
I don't know.
That would be cool.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think we'll do this sometime.
Toyland. Okay, this is a real obscure one.
Okay.
Okay.
Just as a last one. Just see how many points you can get. This
Well, I've got none so far,
Day
so
in
I
history.
can't really go wrong or right.
I feel like you might get this one.
Okay.
In 1994, this stand-up comedian. It was a real weird day.
Apparently.
On this day,
You got
in
Barbie and now you got a
1994,
stand-up
I know.
comedian?
The stand-up comedian
What
won
was the year?
the 1994
Okay.
won the American Comedy Award. 1994.
In 1994, he won the American Comedy Award.
He's a comedian?
I will say. I know this is wrong. Andrew Dice Clay.
It's not a bad guess.
He wasn't really relevant at that point. Actually, I think he was losing relevance at that point.
Was he more like 80s? Like mid?
Yeah, he
to
was.
late
He
80s
was more
maybe?
mid '80s,
Yeah.
and then a little bit into the '90s, if I remember right. That's kind of
That
the
could
height
be.
of his popularity. Ford Fairlane was like earlier mid
Late
80s.
80s.
I just
early
remember-
90s,
That was
something
kind of
like
his pinnacle right there.
Yeah.
I just remember a bad joke that he, well, a lot of his jokes are pretty bad, but one of them was, my wife told me she told me, give me 12 inches and make it hurt. So I fucked her twice and I punched her in the face. Oh!
Wow.
Nah.
Was he after Sam Kinison?
He must have been.
They were right about the same time.
Oh, was
that
he?
was
Okay.
that was back when I mean Eddie Murphy was kind of the precursor to stadium comedy.
Yes.
So that was when they were literally selling out stadiums and
And they had never done that before, right? Or no way.
not in that capacity. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
there,
not
there
that
were
broad of an
there were
audience,
plenty of
though,
guys
either.
like Richard Pryor.
Okay, yes.
Plenty
Yeah,
of
that's
guys
what I
that
was
were just
Well, George Carlin.
Lenny
Yeah.
Bruce,
Yeah.
like that were
I hear he's not afraid.
But the 80s, like right
it was
around
Eminem.
right around with
Richard, well, yeah, you said Richard Pryor.
no,
Eddie Murphy.
it was Eddie Murphy, Steve Martin.
I was just going to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Steve
when they
Martin.
put out those albums, all of a
Albums.
sudden it became more of a thing where like people would just swarm into
Yeah.
these stadiums to
Theaters,
watch these
whatever.
comedians.
I saw George Carlin.
It was like rock and roll
was great.
comedy.
You
Is
saw him
really what
live?
it was.
Yeah, I saw him live. We were in the, I want to say we were in like the third or fourth row.
I am a little
That
bit
would've been a
jealous.
great one to see.
I never got to see him.
Classic.
We got to see him. He was actually working on his what ended up being his last HBO special. Like he was still working
Oh, it was brain droppings,
through
wasn't it?
his act.
Material.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had notes and he kept kind of like jotting things off. He's like, I'm just gonna be taking notes, and we're like, go for it.
Do your thing, man.
Do
Yeah.
you? We're here to see you. Okay, so
Did you have a
this-
guess there?
Oh yeah, 1994.
I'm gonna say Jerry Seinfeld.
Ooh.
Man, that would have been a
Humdinger.
humdinger.
Bummer.
This is where you're gonna probably fight to
Get
ring
it?
in fast.
Okay.
Yeah. His genre
Tony. Just kidding.
is prop comedy.
Tony.
There you go.
Carrot Top.
Yeah. What a weird year.
Fuck Carrot Top.
I know, right?
And he
like
got,
I said,
he
it
got-
was
what was the
Slim
name of the
Pickens.
place?
Oh, this. So
The
he had
name
won.
of the
What did he
places,
get- what
I
did he
like
get
it like
into?
That.
He won the American Comedy Award in 1994.
All right.
That's what was happening 20 years
Are
ago.
any of us here like prop comic fans?
No.
I am not.
garbage.
I never got into Gallagher either.
Oh
God.
I never got into Gallagher. That's
I don't even think Gallagher got into Gallagher.
God. People paid to go see that.
Yeah.
And
his comedy did not age well at all.
I might
Woof.
take a hit from either one of you or maybe somebody outside of our podcast, but I'd never have been a Jeff Dunham fan either.
Who's Jeff Dunham?
He's the one with the Muppets or the Puppets.
Puppets?
No.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't
I should
like
say
any of
Muppets.
that
I think that's copyrighted, isn't
That's the guy. Yeah, Muppets is part of Jim Henson.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
Jim Henson is
I know
part of the Earth
who you're
now.
talking about. Never sat through more than 5 minutes of that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was not a thing.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone on that.
You are not alone. Woo! Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's wrap that up by
Time's
saying
getting
Tony
away.
Yeah, do you got any more?
definitely want. No, that was it.
Okay.
Sorry. Yep. You have a total of 9 points.
Because I can't remember my name, so.
And D'Lo, who can't remember his name, did not get any points on this round.
Just
we'll
this
play
round.
again, and we'll do. I'll do this again, and we'll do a music-focused one maybe in the future.
Ooh, you'll probably kick my ass on that one.
My
Well,
pencil
you
keeps
got the
breaking.
one music one that was in that time. I mean, I knew what it was by the time she got to the second one, but
Well-
You rang in pretty quick. You just,
I am not good at that. That's the problem.
would it be
why
easier to say ding?
I could probably pull that off
Just say ding.
rather than
Just
say my
say
name. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to keep from saying my real name.
Just say the
say
word of
D.
the day.
Ebullient.
D.
Just say D.
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 Don't it.
Big
D.
D.
See, you could finish D before I could finish
D.
Tony.
D.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just because my brain is.
Yeah, fried.
So I thought we could
It's a
go
lot
to
of
the
gummies.
mid.
Yeah, you wanna
and
do that?
then
Take a little
when
break?
we come back, we'll visit the Urban Dictionary and we'll visit an entertainment corner.
Okay.
Did you just really say it like that?
I did.
No, we could go to the
We
mid.
could go to the mid, you know.
Do a little
Do a
middies.
little mid.
Do some mids. Not
Not hot. Welcome back. Oh my God. It's got too many nuts in it. I thought you wanted a payday. If you wanted a payday. I knew it's got too many nuts.
There it is.
Well, it's got so many notes in it.
So many nuts in it.
Well,
Somebody deserves a
I
payday.
gotta stop that for this.
You're doing it
I
now?
remember my first Snickers bar in America. I bit into it. And there was these peanuts in there. I couldn't bloody believe it. I took another bite, right? And you can't believe how many peanuts were in there. It was like there was a little man on the other end feeding peanuts into the candy bar I was eating. And I called John over. I said, John, look at this. It's all packed with peanuts. What's all that, right? And John says, well, John, he says, well, of course, you bollock. That's what the rapper says, packed with peanuts.
To peanuts.
I remember one time I was playing me
What is this from?
This is from the
looked over at
Dana
George.
Carvey show.
He was playing
The fact that he
guitar.
made a whole thing about
Peanuts.
not even just that. The fact that it's Paul McCartney talking about a candy bar. That's insane.
Anyway, as you were saying, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. I'm gonna say it the normal way. Welcome back. That doesn't. That's even worser.
That's normal.
It's worser. It's worser.
You sounded very ebullient.
Welcome back.
I said that wrong too.
Ebullient. Ebullient. I
Ebullient.
Ebullient.
think you have to hit the bowl.
Is it bowl?
Hit the bowl. Just like in the last week's
Is it
app where you had to hit
bowl
the
or
puss.
bowl?
Ebullient.
Bowl.
Bowl.
A bowl. Ebullient.
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 Not to be confused with the bullions.
Ebullient.
Like
What are
bouillon cube?
Yes, there you
Bullion
go.
cubes. Oh, it's not the same bowl. It's bowl.
Bowl.
Bullient.
It's like, it's the schwa.
Ebullient. Ebullient. I can't do it.
You would just put
It's
the
Did I get
fucking
it?
ebullient.
Ebullient.
It's fucking ebullient.
I thought it was-
Fucking ebullient.
See, I
Yeah.
thought it was
You know what's a
Payday. It was Snickers. I'm sorry, I fucked the joke.
Oh man.
This is a really good candy bar, though.
Okay. Well, enjoy that. Welcome back. We're gonna get to the Urban Dictionary. Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we were having a conversation around the dinner table the other night, And there's a few generations of us sitting at the table. And by generations, I mean like a Gen Xer, a millennial, a self-professed boomer, so a baby boomer. And there was a point in the conversation where some of the phrases were really difficult for the baby boomer to understand as the conversation was going on. And the word I believe that came up was meta.
Meta. That's right.
Meta really just made the boomer pause, take a beat at the table and say, I don't know what that is.
In what context?
What are
was
you
it
talking
used?
about?
I mean, are we talking about Meta the business?
We're talking about
Isn't that what Facebook calls themselves now?
They call themselves Meta now, yeah. Part of an umbrella name of their corporation, I guess.
Okay, sorry. So,
is that what it was
yes,
referring to?
It wasn't referring to the company. No, we weren't talking about the company. The conversation was more around using it as a descriptor word, not a company, right? So, like,
and you suggested that that individual goes into the Urban Dictionary to find
someone
out?
at the table referred her to the Urban Dictionary. But it was funny
Why
because
would
we had
somebody-
to. No, why would somebody do that? So we were talking about what is meta, and they were like, well, it's their self-aware, self-reflective, self-referential. So, so I was like, you know what? What the hell is in the Urban Dictionary? Because I don't go to the
Oh.
Urban Dictionary. Do you go to the Urban Dictionary?
I stumble across it.
You stumbled across it?
Yeah, like sometimes I'll look up something because I look up a lot of shit and I'll stumble into it.
Sure.
I think that's usually my experience with it.
I used it at work one time, and then I got an email from our IT.
Oh, really?
Seriously?
No, I'm fine with you. I didn't get that. I'm not that stupid.
not that
That was disappointing.
So I just.
You're an idiot.
So
I was
thought
ready to get into that story.
I was hoping. I was. Yeah.
So I
Doesn't
thought
matter.
I'd go to the Urban Dictionary and pull out a couple of, I guess,
Fun phrases?
fun phrases,
Oh wait.
and see if you guys even know what these are.
Oh, cool. We get to guess.
So I really want to have
down.
you break this down. Yeah, a few of these are kind of easy.
I mean,
but
I already lost one quiz game, so why don't I lose
it's
this one
not
too?
even a quiz. It's just like, what do you think it is? Yeah, Dino Babies. This is one I saw that came up, and it's been. It was
Dino
posted as like
babies.
2022, so I noticed that they're by date, I guess. Again, not versed in the Urban Dictionary.
Okay, so
But
Dino
Dino Babies.
I am going to say, out of the Urban Dictionary, I'm going to say...
Terrible.
2022.
I mean, I'm going to say that's like a really ugly woman.
Oh, all right. All right.
Or a really large...
I love your thought.
a large woman who looks like a lizard.
Who looks like a lizard. She has a tail.
Yeah.
I mean,
She has a tail. She has,
I
you don't
shouldn't
watch her eat lunch.
I guess
It's
to
real
be
bad.
woke, well, I'll go ahead and add in male. So it could be male or female.
Oh, okay.
Large
Unattractive.
lizard-looking woman.
Why not just say lizard
Or man.
person? Lizard person.
Lizard person.
That's
Lizard
that's
person.
Lizard
more
individual.
appropriate.
Individual. There you go.
Lizard human.
Individual. Because it
Individual?
may not be a person.
They don't have to identify as
Human.
human,
Right,
I
okay.
suppose, if
Yeah.
you're really getting
No, that is
way
true.
into it.
Individual. I
Getting
like
really
that.
woke.
I like that.
Real woke shit.
Yeah.
How woke can we get today?
Well, how much,
Tony,
do you
how
have
much
any
caffeine
thoughts
you
on
got?
Dino
Tony,
babies?
what's a dino baby?
A
Any thoughts?
dino
just,
baby?
just the first thing that.
And we're sure this is not a dino baby. Just check.
I feel pretty confident it's the way that the actual definition that they have in there is dino.
Okay.
Yes.
Winning.
So I've got
Yeah, it's Charlie Sheen. How did you know?
Wow. You know, I mean.
What do you know? You know.
ugly
You know?
lizard-looking individual.
Individual.
I'm going to say.
Uncategorized.
A dino baby. I'm going to say somebody who was a fan of Dinosaur Jr.
Wow.
I mean, that's real niche.
That is very niche. It's
you.
like they probably like Carrot Top too.
Oh, God.
I bet that they're into prop comedy. They like the D Junior
Junior.
I'm gonna
because they
probably
had that one song.
That one song.
I am
Out-
also-
You know which song?
Out there? I think it's called Out There.
No, well now you just made me forget the
any
name of the
Dinosaur
song, but
Jr.
yeah.
song should be just ignored. So whatever.
Okay, you guys ready for this? So the actual definition from Urban Dictionary
Okay.
is older workers in the tech industry,
Oh.
formerly known as boomers.
Older
Why-
workers in the
Older
tech industry.
workers
Why would-
in the tech
why would
industry.
Baby,
I don't know.
babies threw me off.
So baby boomer.
Babies, yeah.
Because
baby
originally I was thinking old,
Yeah, dino.
but
But that's so weird. Old, dino, old.
old baby. Oh,
And then babies,
actually,
obviously,
baby
baby
boomers.
boomers, so-
yeah, okay, all right.
So
I
I
gotta
think
get
that's
some
how
better
they
music for us
tie
here.
it together. Where's that hot John Tesh jam? Just kidding.
This is from Kahoot. If you've ever done a Kahoot before,
Oh.
it's so like catchy, goofy music.
It's great. It's
Anyway,
good stuff.
all right, continue. I just wanted to give some credit there.
Yeah, so I guess this is what I thought it was an interesting term because when I think about right now, we've got how many different generations we have working in the
Yeah,
industry together. Yeah. So
boomer techies.
boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom. Homeopathic beer.
What?
Homeopathic beer.
I'm gonna let you start off on this one there, T.
Oh,
Any
okay.
thoughts?
I'm gonna say
Homeopathic beer.
homeopathic beer. You know,
Is JB?
JB's just.
Oh,
I'm channeling JB.
No, wait. And JB's joining us today on our podcast. We have been joined by JB's brother,
Get smooth
BJ
on us.
Smooth.
Woo!
He says, "Wah."
Wow.
Ready?
You know,
His brother.
I'm just thinking.
Wow.
Wow. Because when you get that homeopathic beer, it's beer that's not heat pasteurized. It's beer that's not filtered. It's not. It's like you're pissing into a bucket, and then you're gonna stir it up, and then you're gonna throw some cement in there, and then you're gonna drink it like a cement mixer. You know, you just drink it, and it curdles in your body, and then you feel like shit. But after you've excreted it and you've dropped into the toilet and you flush it out, you feel better. You know why? Because your body is now cleansed.
Oh.
Homeopathic don't play that.
Wow.
Homeopathic don't play that. I don't know if you can top that,
That's
D-Lo.
well, that's I
BJ
do,
over there.
You're right because I like the obscure living color reference there at the end.
Thank you for. I'm glad you caught that.
Oh shit, I missed it.
Homie, don't play that.
Oh, homie don't play that. Okay.
Homeopathic,
Sorry. Homeopathic
don't play that.
don't play that. Got it. That's great.
I am going to say that has something to do with psychotic beer. And so my thought is it's going to be high octane beer. There you go. High octane beverage.
That is exactly the opposite, but you were on the
All
right track.
Low octane?
It's
That makes no sense.
so it's
Go ahead. Waiting.
yeah, essentially a watered down unsubstantiated beer.
Oh.
So
Why?
it's limp
Why?
beer.
That?
It's a
Why
synonym for
homeopathic
light.
though?
A synonym for light beer.
That makes no sense.
Essentially a
but
watered
Why
down-
would it make sense to me?
It's on Urban Dictionary.
It's gotta be right.
I don't know. Yeah. Would you, in the Philippines, use a comfort room? And would you know what you would go and do in there?
Tony,
Tony!
I know what a comfort room is.
You do?
It's a restroom. It's a restroom facility.
That is yes.
I never heard of it.
We
Is this for
both
men only?
actually
Both.
ran.
Is
We,
this
for
yeah,
men
we both.
only?
No, we ran across it at the same time.
Yep.
Were
We
you
were
in the
golfing,
Philippines?
We were golfing.
and
Oh.
and yeah, there was a self-contained restroom, and it was called the comfort room.
Yeah. Where was
Really?
that?
Where was
I
that?
don't even remember.
the
It was
States?
That was one of the high
the higher
quality
end golf
yeah,
courses.
Yeah.
We went with our buddy
Really?
Paulie.
Yeah, I think
Paulie?
Yeah, Paulie.
When did you
We
do
were
some
with
golfing
Paulie.
with Paulie?
Yeah, golfing with Paulie.
So yeah, I would have answered the same. Are
Nice.
we right?
It's not even
I just had to
it's
buzz
not
in
even a,
sooner,
yeah, it's
which is
Is
weird.
it a restroom?
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This one says, yeah,
Jinx.
the term used to describe a public toilet in the
Pumping my volume
Philippines.
up.
Yeah, you absolutely. I didn't realize that they had those.
There.
Whoa,
Boom.
that's going to be real
Okay.
loud.
This
after
one's
all
easy,
processing
and if
here.
you don't know it, you're
Nah, it'll be
a
fine.
problem.
It'll be just
Outwardle.
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 Oh, Tony.
Spelled Outwardle.
We're not playing a game here,
It's
man.
not a game. Just
Oh,
we're
okay,
just
fuck it.
talking. We're just talking. We're just talking.
I'm thinking outwordle is to beat somebody in Wordle by having fewer but doing it in fewer steps, fewer chances, fewer up.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
fewer attempts
Fewer attempts.
than somebody else.
Yeah.
Only because Wordle's a game. I don't play Wordle, but I am.
should. It's fun.
And only to be the voice of trying to get away from whatever. I mean, because I kind of agree with him, but just to say something else, I will say it is outsmarting somebody in wordplay.
That
It
sounds
could
good.
be if it was
Sounds
not
good. So, like,
related.
you know.
This particular is spelled with the word of the game in it. But I hear what you're saying. Like it's So yes, it's an online word game, and it's guessing it in fewer tries than your family or friends.
So yeah, that was Tony.
And of course, they're color coded.
Dun,
I'm
dun, dun,
100% on
fists.
Wordle because I've
Hey!
played one time and I got it right, and I was
then
like,
you stopped.
I'm gonna just stop.
Hold on.
So, well, Tony went to
Dropping
show me, and I told him, I was like, I'm not downloading it, dude, because I.
Well, the nice thing is you don't have to download it.
I didn't want another addiction. That's all I know.
There's no, and there's one word every day, and that's it. And you do it or you
It doesn't
don't.
matter.
doesn't.
It just means it's another thing that I'm going to check into.
So
and I'm not gonna
far,
do it.
I have
I'm not
played
gonna do it.
19 games,
Really?
and I am at 100% winning.
Oh my gosh.
Winning.
Do it.
Aw,
Do
I
it,
can't-
Charlie.
It's
Do anything.
the fucking soundboard just quit on me.
Ah.
Thank you. I haven't done today's yet, so I
You haven't done today's.
haven't done today's yet.
Jackass of all trades.
That's a few more than 5 letters.
That's the next one.
Oh, that's the next word.
It's the next
of
term
all
on Urban Dictionary.
trades.
Jackass of all trades.
Somebody,
So what is it-
somebody that thinks they know a lot, but they really don't.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
That was Tony exhaling out of his face hole, not
I
the other holes.
I was going to say, the unfortunate part
Face hole.
is there's no way for us to actually describe the look on Tony's face there, because that was what was, that was perfect.
So D'Lo is absolutely right. It's instead of being the jack of all trades, where it's the person that knows all the things, this one's the one that comes in and you don't have him do the project because he will just fuck it up.
Right.
Oh, he or she,
They.
the individual.
Wait, you just raised your
I
hand?
raised my hand.
Like you're one of those people?
Like I'm one of those people. Yeah. No.
Well, way to go, jackass of all trades.
Jackass of all trades. I do like this one. It's just the fucking. It's just the fucking.
All right. Let's
ahead.
confer. No, let's confer on this. I know that is from a movie of some sort. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. I do not know.
Get in his
there's
head.
this. Well, it's the inning. That's got to be from something.
The christening, the blanketing, the jackening, the
fuckening.
The fuckening. I mean, that's that's hardcore.
That's the other podcast we're doing.
Could you
The
give us a
fucking-
clue? Are we on the
Are we
right
gonna start a new
track
show
with the
then?
movie kind of
There's no movie
connection?
involved.
Okay, so that
The Miami
killed
Connection.
that. The fucking.
The fucking.
I'm gonna say.
I think I know what you're thinking of, though.
Are you talking about the fappening when like all of those pictures were released of celebrities who were nude and like that was
Holy
a big
cow.
thing? You remember? Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, that was like a few years ago. I think Kate Upton was like the biggest reveal of all of those.
I
Yeah.
have never heard of that.
And fappening, if you Urban Dictionary fap, go ahead and do it at work. It's okay. It means to jerk off,
Well,
basically.
that was in the Saturday Night Live skit, though. There at one point.
What, the fucking?
They
I
actually
didn't even know
had-
they went down that far.
No, they had like
rabbit hole.
a song actually revolving around fapping.
Did they?
Yes, you don't remember that?
No,
you don't
I
remember that
don't.
part? It was part of the musical.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'll look
From
it up.
last-
I'll
from,
look,
yeah,
I'll look
from
it up.
last
You
week's
guys-
Use my work
episodes or
computer and look it
whatever?
up. So this is when your day is going too well and you don't trust it and some shit finally goes down. There it is. The fucking.
fucking-
Okay, say it again.
Duh.
When your day is
Winning.
going too well and you don't trust it and some shit finally goes down. There it is.
That actually, that's
The
that.
fucking.
That one I could see using it from time to time.
It feels like things that could happen in your day. Well, that was my Urban Dictionary spot. So you guys did really
so
awesome. So
I,
you guys did really awesome, and you clearly know way more about Urban Dictionary terms than I do. I didn't know any of these.
So you had a
Our
bad
world was
day.
easy.
Take it.
Da, da, da,
How the
da.
song goes, it doesn't matter.
All right, so fapping, I am
Yeah, I'd never heard of that either.
Yeah.
I am trying to remember how do you spell the churro thing or whatever?
FAP. Oh, churro. CHURRO.
Yes, churro
Churro?
skit.
CHURRO.
I can't believe you guys don't remember that. Go ahead and move on to the next
know anything
thing,
about this.
and if I can find it, I'll pull it up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we're going to go into...
I don't know if that actually works when I'm talking about fapping, but
I'm just gonna
Is
go
there
ahead.
a
I'm
And,
just
you're
gonna
playing
pull
for
it out. Did you find it?
I had to play this because of the fucking-ing.
The fucking
The
What does
fucking-ings.
that have to do with the fucking
Because he had a bad
Oh, you
day.
had a bad day. I think it's worse than that. actually.
Is that the original right there?
Daniel Powder.
Your carrot don't lie?
Yes. The
That can't
carrot
be right.
don't lie.
The carrot don't lie.
Well, no. Well, it's the camera don't lie,
Oh, the
but
camera
then
don't
you had a
lie.
bad day, and so it's just your carrot that's not lying.
So how's that toothbrush treating you?
You know, I'm still using it.
Okay.
I'm still using it.
You didn't find what you were looking for?
I-
All right.
Did
so,
you
hey, I
find
wanna-
how to
Looking,
fap?
I am not good at multitasking, and I'm
Me
trying to pay
neither.
attention to what you guys are talking about. And
So
at the
we're gonna
same time
move
look this
on.
up.
Okay.
I have found it. Now I just got to find the proper location. Go ahead. No, move on.
Is there a
Move
lyric
on.
video of it?
Move on.
Okay.
Okay, we were
I
going to
think we
head
just
into
achieved our content strike for the day, too.
Yeah, I
while
think
we
you
were at
did.
it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Ebullient.
a
I
ebullient.
feel very ebullient.
But the question is, are you not entertained?
Oh,
Oh,
You-
you need that, don't you?
no, I got you. Oh, you got it.
Glitz and
You're the
glamour of
man.
Hollywood to the local theater company in your hood. There is a Better Podcast is proud to present their opinion, whether you want it or not. In another edition of
Are you not entertained?
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
I'm in the winter, like the,
I just
the
found
bitterest
it.
cold. Oh my God. Do it.
Do you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, do it. Pull
want
it
me
up.
to pull it
I'll
out?
be entertained. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Just
remember this now.
have it on the train.
I don't know that term though, so that would not have.
And it's
I would've
the,
been like,
it's the
I
guy
don't
in the
know that.
trench coat
Dude,
with
he's walking
the
around
blurry-
in a trench coat with nothing on. Basically,
And this was on the skit that was just on.
It was on the churro skit.
It was
okay.
it was the one with Mulaney, John
Mulaney.
Mulaney.
Okay.
So it was like
Gotcha.
last week, 2 weeks,
Right.
whatever.
Yes. The late February ep. Right.
You know, when I saw
Well, now
that,
I know
didn't-
what it means, so thank you.
When I saw that, I
guess.
didn't even
Just-
catch fapping on the train. That's fucking hilarious.
It was one of the parts that I just died laughing,
The more you know.
especially because it's done to the tune "Singing in the Rain,"
Ebullient.
The more you know.
fapping on the train. All right,
Okay.
are you not entertained?
I am. I'm very entertained. Hey, you know what? You guys should really thank me because I sat
Thank you.
through a 9-part series called Inventing Anna that was on Netflix. Yeah, you should fucking thank me so you don't have to watch it. Exactly. Have you heard about this, Inventing Anna?
I actually saw. I saw the previews, and it was enough to convince me I didn't want to watch it.
Okay.
I believe the one girl is from Ozark, right?
She is. Yep. Julia Garner, who plays the main character, who is the
Which I do like her
Con
character in Ozark. That's what the only thing that almost pulled me in.
Yeah, and I won't say that she does a great job. People have a problem with the particular like accent that she's trying to do.
Okay.
What
Because-
is the accent supposed
Well,
to be?
it's a
It's supposed to be
real,
like-
it's a heady blend of
Of original spices.
it's a real,
and-
it's a heady blend of. So the character is originally from Russia.
Oh,
She's Russian, but she moves to.
but she's moving slowly.
She's moving slowly. She moves to Germany.
That was a really
And
dumb
so
wordplay.
then she sounds like she's a mixture of European, but trying not to sound or Russian because she's supposed to be playing a German heiress. And so she's trying to have more of a German accent. But by the time she gets to the stateside, it starts to kind of be diluted with a little bit of American. And so poor
Not
Julia
intentional?
Garner, I think that's what she was trying to pull off.
Okay.
Like Julia Garner was trying to pull off this weird accent that
Bummer.
this woman actually has. And so watching it, a lot of viewers have been like, I can't get through this episode because this accent is too weird. And it's like, you have to appreciate how much Julia, the
Louis
actress,
Dreyfus.
worked to get this weird accent and actually deliver these lines, because it is very odd.
So
It's really odd.
Who is this based on then?
So this woman, she goes by Anna Delvey. That's not her real name. Her real name is...
That's not my name.
That's
not
not
my
her
name.
name.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, is this something
This
like
is a real
This is recent history,
recent,
right?
Yep. So the kid, so this woman...
I vaguely remember hearing this.
Yeah. So this woman, Anna Delvey, she was posing as a German heiress from
Okay, I do remember this, yeah.
2013 to 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And she had ripped off about, I'd say, I think it was close to $500,000 from hotels,
Yeah.
from financiers, from big banks.
Mm-hmm.
And she was really, she had no money. She didn't have the $60 million she was saying she was worth, of course. And the woman that wrote the article about her that really broke it open, that was kind of my interesting part, because she was played by Anna, I'm going to say her last name wrong.
Kournikova.
Chlumsky?
Oh, Anna Chlumsky from My Girl.
Chlumsky? Yes, from My Girl. And
Yeah.
Veep more recently, if you watched
Like the
Veep.
80s My Girl?
Yeah.
With Macaulay Culkin.
The OG, My
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah.
You mean McCulkin.
Macaulay
Eating
Culkin.
my Culkin? Eating my Culkin?
Eating
What?
my,
What happened?
eating my Culkin.
Eating my Culkin.
Reese without her spoon.
At least should give her back her spoon.
Oh, right.
I'll give her anything she
So
wants.
she plays. Yeah, I bet. So she plays the journalist in this series,
Thing.
and my little gripe about her is that she's pregnant the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen a character complain about being pregnant so much. It was just a little weird. She was just like not even acknowledging that she was having a baby. It was really weird. So what I will say with the cool part about the series was they did follow like the Instagram timeline. So they were able to actually like use social media, because this particular Anna Delvey had really come into that time where influencers were just starting up. And so she became like
I was gonna say, that was part of her
huge.
thing, right?
Yeah, it's huge. And what's crazy right now is that this woman, even now today, is still using Instagram and is still being followed. She's out of prison. I think she's in ICE right now.
Taken
but-
seriously or not?
I think
Truth
everybody
ding.
knows it's a con. Everybody knows
What
it's
the
a
hell was that
con.
from?
Like she's not conning anybody anymore, but she's still going by this Anna Delvey. And I guess Netflix paid a pretty penny to have the
Have a story?
series. Yeah.
Wow.
And they paid it to her?
They paid her $320,000. Yeah, $320,000
That's a little
pesos.
disappointing.
Pesos.
But what she did with that money was she paid restitution, she
Oh,
paid
okay.
fines,
All
and
right,
she paid
all right.
fees. So she's actually still not
Okay.
gotten a lot.
No, that's fine.
But they got
Fair
her
enough.
story. This 9 parts was the part that drove me the most crazy, because there were so many times where you could have done this in 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We did not need a full episode on each of the people that she befriended, because there really wasn't a lot of depth to these people. They were like, one person was a trainer, one was a graduate from Brown, and she had some...
Are you saying trainers and graduates don't have depth?
I'm saying...
No, Megan Trainor was...
Megan Trainor
Megan
was
Trainor
all
had a
about
lot
that
of
bass.
no treble.
No treble. All treble, no bass.
I jest. Move on.
Yeah, so no, it dragged on a lot. It was... Could have been tightened up a lot more, and I just felt like it was drawn out for money.
So you would say you were not entertained.
I made it through the wilderness.
Somehow you
I
made
made
it
it through.
Even though you kind of drew me in.
Even though I was lost.
You kind of drew me in with the fact that it's a true story. You're still
It's a true
telling
story.
me don't watch it.
It's a true story.
If it was
it's
shorter,
slow in some parts. I really think they could have tightened it up and made it like half of the time, because you do feel like there's stretching out stuff, and
Yeah.
it's not really that entertaining. The whole storyline where their boyfriend was kind of interesting, only because he was trying to do a startup as well, he was trying to do a startup.
Another truth thing.
Another truth thing. And they had the company at the time that they put in there, I just thought was hilarious, was called Wake. And it was supposed to be about an app that you could monetize off of your dreams.
Oh.
So like
That sounds like very Black Mirror.
Oh, if you could just capture your dreams, before you even wake up, and you could have all these ideas put into this space so that you can monetize it. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
are
that
you
sounds
talking
very
about?
Black
I'm not
Mirror.
gonna lie, I kind of dig that idea.
I like that idea.
You might like
that
it. I
idea.
mean, I just felt like there
it
was
does
some
not
parts
seem feasible, but
where
I like the idea.
it really did drag along, and but she was really good in it. She was very entertaining. I think her accent is, as soon as you get over it and you just commit to like, this is what she sounds like.
And she is legitimately just trying to.
So what they
like
make her out to be
like this lady X, whatever her name is.
Anna Delvey. Yep.
There you go,
so
Delvey.
They
Anna
kind of
Kournikova.
twist her from just being like a socialite swindler
Yeah.
to being a girl boss, which I kind of found was kind of because she said she was going to try and get this Anna Delvey
I mean, it seems like
company,
this is like
and
one of the
she-
number one picks
it is.
on
It's
Netflix
huge.
right now,
It's
right?
huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's entertaining, but yeah, there's just some parts that kind of dragged and they're stretched out.
Oh, so now you're saying you are entertained?
I
are one pathetic
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made
barely
it through.
made it through.
I did. And it took
Like a
me
surgeon.
like a surgeon. It took me a couple of days, and I got through 9 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, locked in during the winter
You got nothing better to do.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna watch a top-rated show. The other thing I found, I just want to share with you guys. We were talking about, I can't remember which show you guys were talking about now. It's just escaping my brain. Did you ever watch The Daily
No.
Show with Jon
Yes.
Stewart?
Yes,
You did not watch The Daily Show with Jon Stewart?
No. Yeah.
I did.
I did.
Don't worry about D-Lo.
I did.
Okay.
I'll just keep him out of the loop here.
In case you don't know,
In case you don't know, I'm gonna do Tony's thing.
good.
No, I'm not
Do it,
going
yeah.
to. No, I'm not going to.
Apple
you.
Plus
No,
has
no,
Noise
it's
the
shit out of him.
Jon Stewart's back, and it's a very similar type of format.
Oh yeah, I've heard
and
about
it's called
this.
The Problem with Jon Stewart. There is a podcast as well,
Yes.
and now there's actual shows. And so if you go to Apple Plus, I think they've got 5 episodes out right now, and they do like a deep dive on certain topics.
One thing about that too in the podcast.
What
True
the
thing.
hell is
Are we going
that?
to Taco Bell?
Seriously,
All of a sudden
what
got
Got
hungry.
it.
Is
You
that-
figured it out.
I got hungry.
The video is called 1 Hour of Silence Randomly Interrupted by the Taco Bell
Bell.
noise.
I either
No, I'm not
hungry
gonna play it anymore.
or
No, I'm
I have
done.
diarrhea. I can't decide.
Both.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Ebullient.
So he was talking about the name of the show, and he was saying it the problem with Jon Stewart, but it doesn't have a colon after the problem. It's just
With.
the problem with Jon Stewart.
Right. There's no
So it's
colon after
suggesting-
with. It's just it's just the problem.
That's
the
actually what I
problem.
thought it was.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
just the problem with Jon Stewart.
yeah, it's just a problem with Jon Stewart.
That's what I
Jon
thought it
Stewart is
was.
the problem.
Yeah. So
the problem is the name of the show.
No,
the problem with Jon Stewart is the name of the show.
the problem with Jon Stewart. But the thing is that he's focusing on the problem.
There's no
Jon Stewart is-
punctuation.
yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of a joke in the naming of the show.
So he's again at a desk. His dress is a little far more dressed down.
Yeah.
And you get to be in kind of the creative writer's room when they're developing some of their topics. And so far they've done veterans, which he has spoken out on many times. They've talked about COVID-19 restrictions. The working class economy was a really amazing episode. And then I think the new one drops on March 3rd is about the stock market. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't had a chance, if it's Apple Plus.
I did not
And if you
have
can't
that
get
Plus,
that,
but-
That one actually did drop. This is
if you
airing
can't,
March 7th.
oh, sorry, okay. that one
Our
did
days are a little
drop
messed up
March
right now.
3rd.
Our days are a
My
little
bad.
messed up. That's fine.
And then again, I have a podcast if you can't get Apple Plus, so you can catch them on the podcast.
Yeah, he had a guy from like the world, not the World Bank, but he was I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Hold on, I'll just pull it up right now.
That's fine.
They're talking about how the economy was going to like kind of fuck itself over if they didn't raise interest rates and stuff like that. It was an economist. It was somebody very well known within the. Yeah, keep going. Just keep talking.
As you
Keep
are
talking.
looking
So anyway,
that up,
I recommend, his podcast, and if you can watch it through Apple Plus, if you have Apple Plus, I know some of us do, some of us don't. It's very much the feeling of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
It's very much in that feeling. If that feels good to you, which it really felt good to me.
Here it is. Yeah, the text of the show.
nothing like a vibrating toothbrush, but yeah.
But sitting down with your vibrating toothbrush, watching The Problem with Jon Stewart.
So the
Talk about gun control.
so
Nothing gets the night hotter.
The text of the show says, you probably heard that inflation is getting worse, and not just from your grandpa who remembers when soda cost a nickel and movies were movies.
I actually found myself walking into a convenience store and doing that very thing where I went,
man.
my God, I remember when Pop. I seriously did.
You
I
said
said it. I said it and went,
Bye.
oh damn it! I just did it.
I do it all
But
the
I was
time.
like, I remember when a bottle of Pop used to cost under $1, and I just went, shit. I mean, it was like my face just.
When I started driving, gas was 99 cents a gallon.
Oh yeah, under $1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
And
too.
I had a Geo Metro. I could put $10 in that thing and I was done
had
for the
that
month.
Ford van
Month,
we've
yeah.
talked about. So
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
2 gas tanks.
Two gas tanks.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
John talks with Thomas Hennig, Hoenig, a former president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, about how the Fed has destroyed everything we hold dear. John is joined by staff writers, blah, 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 and they talk about anybody. But anyway, that was a really good episode. And Thomas Hennig actually does a really good synopsis of just how much of a delicate balance that this whole thing is.
Yes.
And if one, outweighs the other, then we're screwed. And if it goes back the opposite way, then we're screwed. And so it's kind of like, it's just this kind of cat and mouse game of, the economy versus, interest rates and the Federal Reserve and how we're, in debt. And John's like, well, can't we just print our own money to solve that? And he's like, it's not that
it doesn't
easy.
work, no.
Right.
I think we've learned
So on and
that
so
doesn't
forth.
solve
Yeah. no.
it.
But it was actually pretty good. I listened to it
Not
twice.
really related, but semi-related, and I hate to even bring it up because we're way over on time. But
Ebullient.
have you guys caught any of the articles on the 5-day work week? How that's going away?
What?
Can you
You haven't got
forward
that?
me those articles?
Well, I mean,
Sounds great.
The whole thing is after this pandemic, everybody's gotten that taste of working at home, and those that have the ability now want more of that. And I know I am one of those
Sarah's
individuals.
leaning in for those at home.
I am
She
one
is
of
just
those individuals.
wide-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
I don't
listening
know that
to this fairy
you
tale.
are,
of-
right?
What's that?
Are you one of those people who would prefer to have a little bit, even if it was a hybrid, where you have at least some days where you're working from home?
So in my office, we actually do have that option to do a hybrid, half-day work, half-day at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very black and white when it comes to that. I'm one or the other. I will not do both. And right now, I am 100% at work in the office, mostly because my workstation is not mobile. I have 3 screens just to be able to do my work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking bring them back and forth to the house and work every day. So I just go to work. I do my work there, and it's fine. I have no problem wearing them because we're required to wear a mask where I'm at. I'm fine wearing it. I have no problem. Again, if a surgeon or any other, health representative who's supposed to wear one can do so for 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 hours in a day, I can do it for 8.
You're
I
also
have no
talking
problem
about
with
the
that.
mask situation. I mean, this is more on the level of moving forward as
Right.
we move into
Gotcha.
the future.
Okay.
Right.
Like
So
the 5-hour or the 5-day work week seems to be going away, where not as many people are in the office, and it's kind of expected that this is going to happen.
right, that we've actually discovered that this works, that we're able to conduct business.
Yes.
And I think
And
that's the
sometimes
thing
even more
without a lack,
productively.
right, without compromising on any of the services or whatever your work has you do. If you happen to be in a type
Unless
of
you're
work
a stripper.
environment that allows you to work in that capacity. So a lot of people that work in offices. And I agree. I think that there are lessons that should be learned from what we've been experiencing, and they should definitely be taken into consideration as we go back to, whatever that looks like now.
Well, and
Because,
I mean, Tony and I have talked about this before, and the one thing that I have found, I actually eat and sleep better Like I get more sleep now because I don't have to wake up ahead
Grab
of time.
a brush and put a little makeup.
Like if I want to get in, sit in front of the desk in my pajamas, I'll do it. Whereas I can't do that if I go into work.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but eventually I'd probably be fired.
Yeah. I think there should be the lessons that should be learned, and they should definitely be accounted for. How we can still be productive, we can still produce, maybe even better. Again, without all of these, just you have to be at your desk, being seen, doing your work.
Now
because that's what it feels like sometimes. Is you have to be at your desk, being seen.
I have a little devil's advocate moment here because that's what I do. If your place of employment is requesting you to be there, are they just justifying the fact that they have a physical place and they need to use it? Therefore, they want you to be there so they can justify their physical space.
That's actually covered in the story too, the one that I read, where they talked about the workplace is kind of shrinking, and that's a bit of a problem, economically speaking, because then you're talking about a lot of those areas that were being rented, especially in big cities, like New York and things like that, where
can you do
those office spaces are rented. That's starting to reduce, so that's a bit of a problem too.
Well, there's also.
I wish I could find the particular article. I can't find it yet.
There's also like facilities that are involved. Like you've got custodial and you've got.
Oh yeah, good point.
They're at least where
they were a part of the article as well.
They should be
physical plant people.
Absolutely,
that's what they call it in our place of work.
The other thing they talked about is how a lot of those individuals, the ones that don't necessarily have the option to work at home,
right,
are like they're gearing more towards. Less work days still, where they're working longer hours, but have to be there less often.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Now here's another question to think about, and I know we're running long on time, but you know what?
Yeah, we're way long on time.
Fuck it, we're already past that point of no return. If you're working at home, do you feel obligated to continue to work while you are at home? And is that something that the employer can count on? Still giving you the same amount of money that you've been earning, but knowing you're going to put in more work.
Okay, so you're talking about obligated as in working extra hours that you typically would not work.
Right, because when you're at work, we'll just assume you have 8 to 5. You're there from 8 o'clock, you have an hour lunch, unpaid, and then you're out at 5.
Right.
Once you're out, you don't take work home with you. You leave it at the office. You leave it at your desk. Done.
Right.
I mean, to
answer
your question, I mean, I kind of think it depends on the particular employer. But I will say that my work gets more work out of me because of that situation.
Exactly. And
so like sometimes at 5 o'clock comes around and I continue to work just because I'm like, well, I'm this far. I might as well just keep working on this.
Right. You're wrapping up a couple emails or
whatever.
Which
I did at work as well, but I was less inclined to do so because I wanted to get out of there.
Right. We're editing ourselves now.
Yeah. And so
I love it. I was like, why'd you do that? Just lay into it, man.
I don't know why I do that.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was self-edited. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. What the is going on?
Yeah, we were doing hybrid. So we were actually told not to come in for the month of January because of circumstances. And then we were told pivot to February. We're going to do hybrid.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I had people that that I supervise, and holy shit, somebody that was supposed to be the in-person day
didn't show up,
called in sick.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's when I learned that apparently, as a manager over me, that it was my responsibility to be the in-person person.
Oh, so you have to cover for everybody
who calls in? Not even knowing that was a caveat to the hybrid until after that happened.
Oh, no.
So moving forward into March, I'm like, you know what? You guys can do your hybrid days. I'm just going to show up because I'm not going to fuck with all this back and I said it. I'm not going to fuck with all this back and forth. I don't know what's happening to my day.
Yeah.
Because it's incredibly disruptive to be starting your day and then being told, oh, you got to come in now.
Yeah, how much bullshit is that? Especially if, your workday happens to be longer
I'm glad we're way over time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Working overtime, workout. Anyway. But yeah, so that's my question is, if your employer thinks that, okay, well, this person's going to work from home, so the 8 to 5 thing is thrown out because when you're at home, You just think, well, I'll just do this for a little bit. I'll take a break. I'll come back. I'll work until 9 o'clock tonight. I'm just going to, watch TV, process a few things. And then all of a sudden you've done a day and a half's worth of work in one day and you're only getting paid for one day. Now, if you're salary, then it doesn't matter, but still you're doing 40 hours, more than 40 hours worth of work in 40 hours worth of a work week. And so you're doing more work for the company than what you're getting paid for, and you're not getting that. You're not getting it.
I guess that's up to an individual.
Yeah.
I guess that's up to an individual and whoever supervises that individual. Sure. I have very clear boundaries that I've shared with people that report to me, and that does not happen. Yeah. Just for their own, we have to have that boundary. You have to have your time. You're not going to get paid extra. There's no point, but be present, whether you're home or here, or at work, whatever. Yeah. I do hope that they adjust it. Do you think they're going to do like a 4-day work week instead, like Europe does?
I think it's going to, and my place hasn't necessarily adjusted. I'm optimistic that they will consider certain options.
Would it be worthwhile for you to just do your work at home?
I think ultimately any business, any organization, whether I think in order for them to grow, they're going to need to figure out a way to accommodate to some degree, no matter what, from here on out. I mean, I seriously don't see the work world being the same as it was before.
I look and I think about all those people that needed
they're called individuals.
Individuals that needed special. They needed special accommodations to be able to do work from a workplace. How much more convenient is it just to be able to stay in your residence and be a productive, person for the job, and without all of that interruption, and you're still doing quality work. You're not having to be removed and have to travel and have your day disrupted. And I'm sorry, 90% of the time when I'm there, I'm trying to avoid people from just chit-chatting. Don't come and chit chat with me. That's not what I'm here for. Either that or it's just more meeting. And meetings are just you're just trying to look productive. Stop setting meetings. I'm not.
Speaking of trying to look productive, I figured this thing out. If you just carry a piece of paper with you everywhere that you go, I think I might have shared this once before, but should
be a clipboard.
I was just going to say that. A clipboard.
Just something in your hand that makes you look like.
What are you coaching a volleyball team? What are you doing?
I've actually used the clipboard move, and it works. You can walk into a lot of places that you shouldn't walk into with a clipboard.
Because it makes you look official.
Is it effective?
Yes, it is.
Well, don't you walk around with a laptop now? Just walk around, because I've seen that too, where people are just walking around with laptops, they're about to either leaving a meeting or going to a meeting. I can see doing that. Because they've got, their Teams is up or their Zoom is up or whatever. I'm going. I got to be someplace.
The only other thing I did want to say is I recently I did a survey that was quote unquote anonymous at work. And that was one of their questions, was they were trying to figure out,
who are you? What are you doing here?
Out of anything that would attract you away from our business, what would it be? And they listed out all this different, higher pay, et cetera, et cetera. And the one thing that attracted me more than anything, where I went, yeah, I'd consider that, whereas if I was able to work remotely now, all the time.
Oh, all the time.
That would make me stop working where I'm at. If I found that job.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Oh wait, is that this job?
I don't know. I think we're into episode 40.
We're
to overtime.
52.
Yes, 85.
We're recording 5 episodes in one day.
10 years now.
Well, back in my day, back when a Coke was a Coke and a movie was a movie.
Okay.
Are we done?
When was
Are we done here?
I think so.
I think we have to be.
Hey, email us to tell us when Coke was Coke and movie was a movie.
Yeah, email us your podcast recommendations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or put them on the socials.
Oh yeah. And what are our socials? I'll give you one of them.
Do it.
Twitter. There is a better the number 1.
And the Trigram.
There is a better podcast.
Or email that there is a better podcast
at gmail.com.
gmail.com.
.com.
.com.
Decorum. I said decorum.
You
Decorum.
have no decorum.
No, I don't. Some days I do.
Ebullient.
No, I don't. No, I was kidding.
Ebullient.
Yeah. What?
Is that it?
Whether you like
Ebullient.
us, you love us, you
Or you
hate us. Always remember, there is a better podcast.
And one that's more organized.
As Sarah will say, we'll see you next time.
Bye.